Counseling is always an invitation away from resignation. Resignation says, I can't change. Nothing in my situation could be any different. That could be my marriage. That could be the way that I show up in relationships. That could be the purposelessness I feel at work. That could be the anxiety I'm storing in my body or I'm feeling daily. Resignation comes when we ignore deficits in our lives. I almost ran out of gas this week. They say you only do it once. I almost did it twice, but that light was just blinking at me, telling me you have to pull over or something worse is going to happen. And that's what deficits are like in our lives. They're evidence in our minds, heart, and body that are telling us something bigger is happening here. And if we don't do something different, it's going to get worse. Now, this could happen in a relationship. If you have contempt for the person in your life, it could be a marriage, a relationship. If you have contempt and secret thoughts where you think, this person's the worst, they're doing it again, they always show up this way. If you hold those thoughts, what do we know? Over 5, 10, 15 years, you can find yourself in a relationship with so much emotional distance and no closeness. A deficit could also be the stress that you feel or put on your body. If you continue to push yourself to drive so hard beyond your limits, not getting sleep, not eating, not exercising, you will find bigger costs are coming for you. Or if you're in a job and you have futility, you have a pervasive sense of hopelessness, that nothing can change, that I don't enjoy this, that there's no point to my work, you will find over time again that these deficits can show up in really big ways. Now, what can we do? What can we do when we find these deficits? We can choose resignation, which says, I'm gonna just do the same thing I've always done. She said that, I'm gonna turn away and go to bed. Do the same thing I've always done, but we know that no repair can happen. Or we can lift up the hood of the car and see what's under there, which might not be pretty, but even that begins the ability to deepen our lives, to show up fully, to do something different, to grow. Now, why don't we lift up the hood? Well, because it could be ugly under there. We don't lift up the hood because it's scary. We don't want to examine ourselves. We don't want to enter into a process like counseling because it's very scary to think about looking at what the problem is. But I always tell people, you don't even need to know what the repair is. You don't have to know how to fix it. Just having the space to start to notice, to be curious, is enough to begin the work. That's what we all need. So that could be, I'm noticing I'm so anxious. I'm noticing I feel frazzled all the time. I notice I feel really sad about this thing that happened in my past and I've been thinking about it often. Or I noticed when she does this, that's when I get angry and turn away from her. Just the space to be kind towards yourself and be curious really begins the possibility of hope. If you can do that, you can grow. If you can do that, I think people are always surprised at, I was noticing. All I had to do was start noticing. And then I got to explore it. And then I got to think about it. And then I got to choose something different. So counseling always leads us away from resignation.